Hey guys, welcome back. Tonight we are going to do a little video on some duck hunting gear. Duck season ended in Kentucky last Sunday. Decent season, not too great, not like previous ones. Had some good hunts and had some bad hunts, but that's, part of it. We're going to go over a little bit of gear that you need to duck hunt and some of the legal stuff that you have to have. Starting out, to be a duck hunter, you got to have three things in the state of Kentucky. Well, three. You got to have your hunting license, and you also have to have your federal duck stamp. And then in the state of Kentucky, you have to take what's called a hip survey, and that is also required to hunt ducks or waterfowl or what they call migratory birds. First off, your duck stamp is going to look something like this. Just a little card. You could get this at the post office, Cabela's, online, anywhere like that. Good thing to remember about a duck stamp is make sure you sign your name all the way across it. That's just part of the law. So you need that, and then you also need the hunting or fishing license. I get the sportsman's package. It covers everything, and you also got to have your hip survey down here. And that's the legal stuff you need. The other thing you'll need is steel shot. Now, to hunt ducks federally, you cannot use lead whatsoever. So, but you can use what's called heavy shot or tungsten. Me personally, I shoot 3 types of ammo. I really need to just go to one. But my first one is going to be the hevi-metal. It's 12 gauge, 3-inch, 1 1/4 ounce shot. I like to shoot 4 shot. Now on steel and heavy shot, I like for ducks 2s or 4s. Now if I'm hunting geese or snow geese or whatever, I like BBs or triple BBs. There's preferably whatever you like. I like heavy shot. I like the heavy metal. That's a really good load. My next best load is Winchester blindside hex shot. Now this is 2 shot, and I really like it in this. Good round, works fairly good. And then the new ammo I'm trying is Remington hypersonic steel. Now, I will tell you, it is fast, and it comes out of your gun fast. But good round too. I've killed a few ducks with it. The next thing you'll need is a shotgun. Now, me, I like a 12 gauge. This is a Super Black Eagle. I like it. That's my go-to gun for ducks, geese, turkey. There are other guns. You can use 12 gauge, 16 gauge, 10 gauge, or 20 gauge, whatever you prefer. And the brand of gun, what I could say is whatever suits you best. If you shoot it good, shoot that. The next thing you'll need is steel choke. I don't have the extended choke tools. I use the what come with the gun. I shoot either improved cylinder or modified. Now remember, when you shoot modified, you're basically shooting full, because steel and heavy shot pattern different. They don't pattern the same as lead. So you got to have that. And then the next thing is decoys. Me, I like avain-X backwater series decoys with goose top flight Canadian geese floaters. Now, when you use, say, like a decoy spread, I like to use geese in my spread. Now in Kentucky, your spread can vary. I have learned over the course of this hunting season, sometimes a lot of decoys out on the pond will flare the ducks off. It happened that twice. So on certain ponds, we'll do a small spread. Now this can vary. We might use 4 decoys, or we might use 2 with the geese. And the reason I say use geese in your duck spread is because it makes the duck be like, hey, there's a party, you know. So it helps you in that sense. And the next, with the geese, from what I've seen, is that they will have a tendency to look at it more than what they would just regular ducks. So it's always good to have that. If you don't, that's alright. Duck decoys will work good too. And then the next thing is calls. Now, with duck hunting, you cannot use electronic calls. You have to use regular, like turkey calls, but for ducks. Me, I just have two, and they are, this one I got for Christmas a couple years ago. Pretty good goose call. It gets out there. It's a flute. And then here's my duck call. And now I got this at Walmart for like $10. And my buddy has one that I hunt with, Casey. It's just as good. Works just as good. And then the next thing you'll need is waders. Now I don't have any waders. That's on my to-do list. You'll need that, or a boat, something to get your decoys out when you throw them out. That's all basically the gear you need. Now you can use a layout blind. I have one. It's a top flight layout blind. A lot of times, me and my buddies, we at certain ponds, if there's trees around it, you can just sit at a tree and stay still, and the ducks will usually, and keep your head down, and usually the ducks don't come flying right in, no problem. So sometimes you can just sit in the grass on a bucket and shoot ducks that way, decoy. I've done that and it works good. So it's whatever you like to do, your choice. I will tell you that when you're hunting ducks, the best way to do it is when you see them coming in and they lock up, is wait till they get close. Don't try to, if you think you can sky bust them, do it. But a lot of times, the closer you let them get, the better it will be. So it's just basically your preference. And that's basically the gear that I use. And then of course I like me a little bag, hunting bag, pack my shells in and do all that jazz. But when you talk about gear, you always want to have a shotgun that shoots good. And also too, when you pick out a shotgun shell for steel or heavy shot, if you use it, pattern it. Take it out, shoot it, pattern your gun so you know what shoots best, because not every shell is going to shoot good out of your gun. And that is the key to duck hunting, because you got to have something that hits but will be able to knock that bird down. I've shot several mallards that I've hit 3 times, blow the feathers out of them, and never could find it. Never kept flying. So that's always key to remember, is make sure when you're shooting, you got your gun patterned good, and that you know where you're hit too. That's just a little breakdown of the gear I have. And of course, you choose whatever, and whatever works best for you. Certain places are different. If you hunt in Arkansas, it's totally different. But Kentucky is a very odd bird to duck hunt. Some days you might see ducks, some days you might. Now, in some of my previous videos, we've actually jump shot. Well, tried to do some jump shooting on creeks and stuff. And you can do that. You don't have to decoy. If you see some ducks and you can hunt the pond and you have permission, and pull over, get out of the truck, ease down through there, get on the pond dam, and then run up, jump, and shoot the ducks. That's another thing you can do. It's basically whatever you like. So, as always, well, first off, hopefully I'll try to get up with my buddy and we'll do a video on pattern shotguns and what shell shoots best out of those three. And I've got some others I want to try. And then hopefully I can get up with my buddy and we'll do a video on how to set out the decoy spread and whatnot. And then hopefully here when this weather breaks, we'll do a little bit of coyote hunting, and we will also start doing a little fishing and going to some ponds and some creeks, and that'll be in our upcoming videos. So as always, make sure if you like these videos, hit the subscribe button below, hit the like button or comment what you like and what you don't like. As always, this is Southern Acres Sporting with Gideon Bailey, signing off.